5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Skol Experience. These last few days have felt like an absolute eternity. Lots to get into. So whatever stage of, and we'll talk a lot about the JJ McCarthy stuff. Whatever stage you guys are in, whether you're still in the coping stage or whether you've hit that first stage of grief, we are here to talk through it. We will all get through this together. There is light at the other side of the tunnel. We have Sam Darnold. Everything's going to be just fine. But obviously, yes, it's been a brutal week with the injury. Joint practices so far have not been, the first day did not go great in a tough environment in Cleveland. But we're happy you guys are here to join us for another edition. Fellas, outside of everything that's happened Vikings football wise, how the hell are we doing otherwise?
Still terrible. It's overshadowing me. Today it's been rough, man. It's been rough. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. It wasn't, I don't know, something about JJ McCarthy, hearing about like his potential injury or whatever. And I think that little bit of hope of like maybe it will be the 6-week thing or whatever, all the scenarios. I think hearing like, oh, out for season, it just, man, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, you saw so much potential in him. Obviously, KOC even says today, like, you should just be excited because that's the franchise quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, the future franchise quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. And I don't know. It was killer just because a whole season, and it's not even just the fact that he is, because we don't know for sure if he's going to play this season. I was assuming he probably would. I don't know if he was going to start week 1 or not. My guess was still Sam Darnold to start week 1. And I think the part that kind of really sucks is the fact that now he just has to worry about his injury and you know, healing that and doing whatever, rehabbing and all those things, instead of being able to be on the practice field and just progress from that area. And I know it's still like he's not getting nothing, of course. You know, he's still going to have extra time to learn the plays, extra time to do all those, you know, background type of stuff for that football players have to do, and football, and especially quarterbacks have to do. No, I don't know. It's brutal. Yeah.
I called that mental reps. I said he's still getting the mental reps, and
the mental reps.
And a guy that I need to spend 40 hours a week sitting right next to at a computer at work all week long. Yeah, told me today that mental reps are stupid and I shouldn't be talking about them. I told him I would mention that tonight because he called me out on it when I said it. But Connor, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but mental reps are still important.
Yeah. Hey, no, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing for sure. And if anybody's going to be able to like dig into his mental on his little meditation chair with his stoic philosophy quotes and stuff, hey, that dude's going to find another level. His mental reps is at a different level than the average person. Yeah. I believe. I'm an optimist. Let me do some shout outs here real quick. We got two evil.
Probably give Dave an opportunity to give his thoughts, Jamie. Don't forget about
Dave. I'll come back.
Go ahead, shout out.
We gotta keep the chat waiting for the best opinion here.
Best for last.
Save the best for last.
Shout out.
Too Evil was in here earlier today. Of course he was. Get ready for Wentz. Wentz will bring us the ring. Russell, my guy. Big Raylan Dad, my boy. Let's go. Skol for Life Barber in the building. Skol Mafia, our guy. I know. You know, it's hard because I'm still coming in here with like, I don't know, trying to bring the voice up or whatever, but I am sad. It sucks. And Jordan Addison shit's annoying too. Luckily, it might not be too bad, but we'll see what's up. Sarah's in the building. Bob Sweet again. I didn't mention you earlier. Again, another show. We're doing another GG Sports podcast t-shirt giveaway. So get the hashtag Skols in the comments, like the video, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Anyways, Dave, where are we sitting at with the JJ McCarthy injury? Just everything that's going on in the world of, you know, a fucking Viking fans.
I was just looking at Twitter and someone posted JJ McCarthy is the first QB drafted in the first round in the common draft era since 1967 to miss his entire rookie season due to injury.
Only us, man. Only us.
Dude. And after a game like, what up, Justin?
Their rookie season.
And after a game like that, like where to the point where Kevin O'Connell's coming out and saying that stuff.
And I was gonna do an apology video because just taking a second thought of it. I gave him a B, like in a grade, because the pick and the almost fumble. But then I look back and I would like overweight that for the way he recovered from those and handled it. Like he threw a touchdown right after the almost fumble, and he came back and played so well after the pick. And I really didn't put a whole lot of weight on like it being it wasn't a bad decision. It was a bad throw. And he was moving. So I was almost going to just, my next video is going to be an apology video to him and give him a better grade. But fuck. And I don't know what to say. But I'm just like last year, I was next man up. I'm next man up now. People are so down on us thinking we can't win 5 games. We won 7 with 4 fucking quarterbacks last year. So we still got a great, even if we didn't have, Jordan Addison's out, or we still got a pretty decent receiving core after that. I have a lot of faith in like Jalen Naylor and those guys. Anybody else goes down, I'm starting to get worried. Like offensive linemen start going down, I'm starting to get worried. But I think our defense is going to be so much improved, especially the rookies, the not undrafted and the 7th rounders playing so well. I'm still excited. A lot of people didn't have very high expectations. We're a dark horse team anyways.
Right.
But JJ McCarthy may have not started a single game this year regardless. So we're still, I feel, in the same boat. If we're going to be any good, Sam Darnold would have had to start out being good. So in holding off JJ McCarthy. Now what sucks is that he doesn't have the pressure behind him. Let's see how he handles that. If he just, mails it in or whatever. I know I saw someone today talking about like we're 1 heartbeat away from chaos ball with Nick Mullins, but we'll see what that happens. I don't want it to happen. Like, I want Sam Darnold to do really good, but I'm not as down. I'm not going to be as down as anybody else. I honestly, I'm like, I'm going to collect the shit out of McCarthy cards because they're going to tank.
Fact. True that.
But honestly, I really do think that no matter what happens, win, lose, draw, unless there's an injury, I do think Kevin O'Connell just needs to stick it out with Sam Darnold. Like, show some conviction with the guy that you brought in before you drafted McCarthy and said, like, we think there's untapped potential with this guy.
You are a guy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and here's the thing.
He's been down so much that he needs to be built up again.
Right. And I honestly think that, like, as much as I don't know, like a lot of people say they don't think the injury changes much because McCarthy wasn't going to play. And I know we already talked about losing the on-field reps. In a way, I do think this injury does affect the future of this team in ways of Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Dofamenta. And here's the way I view that, right? Because when you bring him in, it's the thought process of the draft is coming. We're going to get our guy. But we think there's untapped potential with Sam Darnold. But worst case scenario, we're developing JJ McCarthy along. So even if we lose and Darnold doesn't play well, we can either A, start McCarthy, or B, bring to ownership, but we're seeing the things in practice we need to see. Where now there's no more of that. You lose that cushion. So now you're left with ownership being like, okay, you guys brought in Sam Darnold because you thought he could help us win. You added some pieces to the defense. Now go prove it. Go win. So if we don't win this year, I'm not saying that they're going to fire those two, but I do think maybe because you don't want a lame duck GM and head coach. So maybe they just toss them 1-year extensions to give them a little more cushion with JJ McCarthy. But 2025, if we're bad this year with Darnold, 2025 might be a huge year for Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Dofamenta for the future of this team. That's just kind of the way I'm viewing this. That, I do think they need to win this year to get. I mean, if they make the playoffs, I think those two get long-term extensions. But if they don't, and Darnold doesn't work out, I do think that there is going to be some questions. So.
I guess with that, I would say I think it would have to be extremely bad because you would have to be
competitive, like be 7-8 wins, but be on the cusp of making the playoffs. Like if we bottom out with 2 or 3 wins, or maybe if it's
like
anything
if it was
less
2 or
than
3 wins,
contention for playoffs by the end of the season, I do think that, like I said, 1-year Band-Aid extensions just to give them another year of non being lame ducks.
Well, if it's obvious,
run with McCarthy and use their capital money that they've built.
Well, this is like if Sam Darnold just sucks and our whole team sucks, if it's obvious that we are much more than just a quarterback away from contending, I would say so. Though, I mean, as far as like, yes, you drafted your future quarterback, like there's got to be some, if you really like your head coach and you really believe in them, you got to be mentally like part of you got to be like, that's some shit luck. Like, I'm not gonna, just because it doesn't mean firing. They could be good head coaches, but JJ McCarthy goes down with an injury and then he comes back. I feel like they'll still have a longer leash specifically because they still have JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that drafted him. And I do think they're going to get a real opportunity to go with him. Yes, if the whole team is complete trash, like really, really trash, and it's not just Sam Darnold, then you're like, okay, JJ McCarthy coming back isn't going to be good enough or whatever.
But I mean, but you don't want them to go into their last year without any sort of extension. So what do you think they do then? Do they just, no matter what, if they don't, like in your scenario where, well,
Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi, they also have to agree to that. Do they want a 1-year extension? Because there's a good chance that someone else would want to bring in Kevin O'Connell or even Kwesi somewhere else.
Right. But you don't want to go into your last season as that quote unquote lame duck. Because because if things aren't going well, then you just completely lose your locker room. To where at least if you have another year tacked onto that, it's not viewed in the same light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it would have to be.
But I'm just saying, I do think that they need to remain competitive. I really think they do, in order to just keep the positive mindset going forward. I don't know. It's an interesting this.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying with that.
But the Wilfs have been patient, and I really hope they are with this as well. But I can see it from their perspective that not wanting to give 3-4 year extensions to these guys when you're just not really sure, especially if the Darnold thing just doesn't work out.
Kofi, my guy,
in a while. Kofi,
Kofi. It's been a minute, man.
Losing JJ McCarthy, for the season, I don't think cost us wins because Sam Darnold was starting, and it really looked that way because he only got one drive, so it looked like he was going to start. And he might not even have played this next game, but now he may have to. He may get another one drive again or whatever, but I just don't think it cost us wins because I don't think going to a rookie first-time starter, win over a replacement would make a huge difference. I don't know about it affecting positively or negative. It's almost a toss-up of longevity of the coach. I do think, I think we talked about that before, is that Kwesi would be I think O'Connell's on a longer leash than Kwesi is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he's really showed that he could coach. He's made adjustments in season. He showed me that he is our long-term coach to me.
Right. Yeah.
And I think they probably did that. I don't necessarily think they're a package deal. I do feel like Kwesi has done quite a bit these last 2 seasons to earn maybe a longer look. He just had the worst effing luck out of any GM. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's more.
That's what I'm like. You gotta, even if you're an owner, you gotta be able to chalk this up to some extent. Like, wow, that's shit luck. And if you really like these guys, if you really like KOC,
2025 is huge. I do agree with that.
It is really
huge because you got the cap room. You got to make a decision if you're going to let Sam Darnold walk. And then now that does erase this. We can't trade Sam Darnold. We're not doing that, or he's going to be our quarterback.
Yeah.
There was no hey, let's shop him around and let JJ McCarthy take over. Now it's definitely Sam Darnold. We might see Mullins more in this next game for sure.
Oh yeah,
he should be in there for sure. Game.
Yeah,
but I don't feel worse about the season. I just feel worse that I wanted to see JJ McCarthy play a little bit more preseason. Right. And if he did take over in the season, great, because he'd be more ready for next year. Yeah. I don't know if it'll hurt his development that much because he will have an entire offseason again, and he'll have next preseason. And I do think mental reps in NFL are important.
Yeah.
And being in that room and seeing other players and how they make adjustments and things like that. I think it's in him having the headphones on during a game and, being in that game day experience. He may have less pressure on him now, might be able to concentrate a little more. But yeah, physical reps outweigh mental reps all day long. But once the season starts, how many reps is he going to get?
True.
Barely any.
Yeah. That's a really good point too. Yeah. Cause it's not like in practice, they're not spending time with the second team. It's, getting that first team ready to rock. So, I mean, no matter which way you shake it, which way you try to look at it, it's crappy situation all the way around. It does, bring you back to the whole why us thing, because it's just seems to happen to us all the time with everything. But but there still are some positives, right? I mean, hopefully Kevin O'Connell did say the Jordan Addison injury, he doesn't see it being serious, and he thinks he's going to be okay. However, he also said there's no reason to believe that McCarthy's knee is anything but just routine soreness. So I mean, again, it's all coach speak, but this one, I mean, it does sound like an ankle sprain, which yes sucks, but he will be back from that week. That's fine. But at the end of the day, like, what does this mean going forward this week? It's kind of a good thing, because we already know we have an Addison, right? So now it's him, and who's he going to, like, Darnold? If Darnold doesn't play that much, it's not like those two are going to be connecting there anyway. Plus, they're getting all the joint practices. So really, what you're getting here is more reps for Jalen Naylor on down, which at the end of the day, when you need depth at receiver, which we've talked about, that's the best way to do that. Now you don't need to worry about getting Addison reps, just getting Naylor, Powell, Jackson, and those other guys all reps this week. So it sucks. You'd never want your guys to get hurt and put their, start of the season in jeopardy. But at the end of the day, this opens up big time opportunities for the rest of the receiving core.
And first time I see a tanker, I'm gonna B slap him.
I'm not
gonna B slap him.
I'm not gonna say any names.
Goddamn games, man. I'm not gonna have to slap you, Jamie. Are you gonna be a tanker?
I'm not gonna call him a tanker. No, I'm not a tank type of guy. Last year we were getting close to we're getting close to it, but that's because I wanted the quarterback of the future. That's the only reason why. I only wanted to even think about tanking is because I wanted to get to the top of the draft so we can go and grab our quarterback of the future. I feel like JJ McCarthy's that guy. Kevin O'Connell obviously believes he's that guy. And even with, him being injured or whatever, I definitely still think I liked everything. There's no reason not to think that right now.
We're both saying.
What's going on, Johnny?
And yeah, speaking of Sam Darnold, and I do think, before I was, of course, I think all of us now for sure are wanting Sam Darnold to have like a Baker Mayfield season. I think some of us were like, we didn't really want to. Like, it was kind of Sam Darnold never got a fair shot as a Viking, because it was like, you're just there. We don't want you to be too good because we want JJ McCarthy on the field. But at the same time, we don't want you to suck because you're going to probably start week 1. But now I'm at a situation where I think, I don't know, it's time to back Sam Darnold. It's time to give him a chance. I mean, if we're going to have a chance this season, and if Sam Darnold, there's still a world in this where Sam Darnold steps up as a starting quarterback and he becomes what he's supposed to do, because it has happened with Geno Smith. Nobody saw that coming. It's happened with Alex Smith. It happened with Baker Mayfield's people always do the Baker Mayfield thing, though he won Rookie of the Year. So that one to me is kind of different, but it is happened before, and he is a second overall pick. Obviously it sounds like he didn't have the best practice today against the Browns, but I don't know.
Too Evil, we appreciate the $2 super chat. Our quarterback's the same after this injury and surgery.
Good question.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I know Roethlisberger, I think one year he had the trim to bring him back sooner. And obviously he played multiple years after that. But I guess for the full-time one, I mean, it sounds like the prognosis is pretty good. I mean, it's not an ACL, MCL. I know the meniscus is kind of, if you're going to have a knee injury, that's probably the one to have. So really, from the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like this is going to, it's, especially since he's so young, it's not going to deter his career at all. And honestly, it's like, at the end of the day, I do think this was the best case scenario. Yes, it would have been great for him to be back on the field sooner, but he's 21 years old. You're hoping this guy is going to be your quarterback for the next 10, 15 years. So at the end of the day, this was the right decision. It sucks now.
Didn't Adrian Peterson come back in 90 days from a full meniscus repair?
I believe he did, but Adrian Peterson, then he played that game against the Colts, and we got the doors blown off us, and that was that. He didn't play anymore that year. And was that his last year as a Viking too? It might have been.
That's one thing about that too. And again, Too Evil, appreciate it, bro. Is mentally, it's not going to be nearly as bad as like an ACL or MCL as far as, because I mean, he didn't even really notice. He kept playing on it and he thought it was just a soreness. So as far as like, you're worried about using that part of your body or whatever, like I think that's a big reason why some people don't come back to it. It's not even because physically all the time. Some of it's just mental and being afraid and things like that. So I don't think we got to worry about that part of it. So I don't know. I think I think everything will be good. I think he'll have definitely a chance. I do think there's going to be a little bit, and like Dave said, like I don't think it's going to be a huge deal as far as his development goes, but I think it hits a little bit on the development, and especially how we saw he was going. Like, and now, of course, I've seen a lot of people come out ever since his injury talking about like there's a real chance for him getting a week 1 starter, which I was like, man, I never saw that. Like nobody else was saying that there's a chance that he could be week 1 starter, but I don't know. He was looking
the drama.
Yeah, it adds to the drama. But hey, you never know because he did look so good, and obviously it's kind of hard. It's a really hard position because it's going from wanting JJ to like pass up Sam Darnold back to like, all right, Sam Darnold,
you're the
show us why you got drafted number 2.
I had total faith in you ever since we got you.
I knew as soon as we drafted, I'm like, oh, this guy's for sure gonna be the next
Sam Darnold stan.
Yeah. Oh, from day 1.
Oh yeah, I have receipts.
Yeah. Just don't go look for them.
I was doing that. Everybody got on me, so I started doing daily Sam Darnold compliments. I started doing that on Twitter for a while.
This guy, I don't know.
2 days.
He does have. I mean, that last preseason game.
Head of hair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty solid. That last preseason game, man, he looked pretty sharp to me for the most part. I mean, there wasn't anything he did wrong. He showed his arm. He showed like he has the ability. There's a reason why he went number 2. He has all the physical ability that you want from the quarterback. It's the mental thing that you're working with him, right? Overall, it seems like so.
It's the mental and the sixth sense, seeing dead people.
Yeah, the wrong sixth sense. Yep. So we'll see what's up. I don't know, but I'm gonna root for him. It's time to root for him. Not that I wasn't rooting for him before, but now it's like fully like give him the shot until he shows us he's not that guy. Like if we're going in the first couple games and it's obvious, like, yeah, he's just the Sam Darnold he was prior to being on a team with the talent around him or whatever. Everybody.
Yeah. So Jamie, think about it though. You mentioned the tanking thing earlier. Had we tanked, we probably would have ended up with Drake May. So
yeah.
For you tank people,
you Drake May lovers.
And now we ended up with
you're talking. This guy right here. Drake May.
Something kind of fun to bring up. Did you see my boy in Tennessee is getting a new has a new fragrance deal?
Who?
Did you see Will Levis? You see that?
Oh, Will Levis, Tennessee. I don't know why I was
with the mayo scented cologne.
Nasty, bro.
Serious.
Dude, he's gonna suck.
100% serious. 100% serious. Honestly,
whatever you got to do, make.
Honestly, when I go to Nashville, which I am doing, going to the Vikings game, I might buy a Will Levis shirt. I just might do it. I hate to do it.
Oh, do you all hear that? Oh, closet Titans
Will
fan.
Levis and Drake are the other two guys that I am keeping in very close.
Crazy.
The Titans or the Lions?
Yeah, pick one. So he doesn't even know which one to pick.
I'm just shocked that he admits the shit on air.
I know, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, that's it. Casey's timeout. All right, we'll bring him back.
He's on the bottom.
Hey, I love my guy.
He does deserve to be on the bottom.
I'm still a Will Levis fan.
You can't buy his shirt.
Why not?
How much you want to bet Casey has a Will Levis shirt before a JJ McCarthy shirt?
Oops.
Oh, there you go. All right, that gets me all.
God, confused. I'm getting dizzy here.
I know, it gets me so confused now.
Outside of JJ McCarthy,
you guys get your Donald jersey yet?
Outside of JJ McCarthy, the 3 quarterbacks I'm watching the next few years are going to be Will Levis, Drake May, and Quinn Ewers whenever he gets drafted.
Be back.
I still feel bad. Everybody buying Josh Dobson shirts.
Oh yeah, when they bought the Dobbs ones last year. Yeah. Oh,
dude, it took me 5 years to get a Cousins jersey.
I'll read this, but I don't agree with you already. I think we should trade JJ. Hear me out. I think because we should build the team around McCarthy and finish building that DB room and defensive side of the ball. Sure, but you can do that without having to trade Justin Jefferson. So I appreciate.
I don't even contemplate things like that. We just signed him to an extension.
Yeah. I got this.
Oh,
hey, there you go.
You got to save that for after like his first big week here.
Yeah, week 1, baby, against the Giants. No, I bought this in like July, I mean, his value can't be much lower than that. So
I'm old school. High school player guys don't wear other guys' jerseys. It's a great point.
Especially from other teams.
Will,
so
all right.
Casey's gonna get a Will Levis jersey. That's crazy. But that's all right. I'll allow it. You can't wear it on the podcast though.
I would never do that.
That'd be crazy.
It would just be my souvenir. It would just be my souvenir from Nashville.
That hurts. I feel hurt.
The hole he just keeps digging.
No, that hurts. You're at a Viking game. Your souvenir is
How you doing down there?
Hey, but I will be wearing my Chris Carter Winter Warrior jersey to the game, so it's okay.
Hey, you got to bring that in too.
Okay.
When eventually that shows up, because it delayed shipping till the end of the month now, so it sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, some more things. So obviously we talked a lot. It sucks. Obviously, we're Viking fans. Unfortunately, we're probably more used to it than we should be. Still fucking hurts. Of course, the Addison stuff, that sucks. Even if he's going to be okay, it's just like, how do you just add that to the terrible news? All that kind of stuff. But that's one big thing, and we're going to kind of go into some. I got Will Ragetz. He came out with his 53-man roster prediction. This was before the J.J. McCarthy news. But because of the J.J. McCarthy news, and we're going to go through that and then maybe give our opinions and maybe who we think should make it instead or whatever. It'll be like
Aaron Hall makes the team now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. So now what does that mean about Jaren Hall?
Well, actually,
you guys think we could go grab another quarterback?
What
do you think we do?
If Hall is on the practice squad, you can still take a practice squad quarterback and dress them for your emergency third quarterback.
Yeah, you can't.
He might not make the roster, but it'd be the practice squad still.
Yeah, which I would not be surprised if that's the case.
Jaren Hall makes a practice squad for sure, I think.
Yeah.
Even if JJ stayed healthy.
You think that's how that works with you bring them up from you don't really ever hold three quarterbacks on the actual roster.
You wouldn't have to. You could.
You wouldn't
protect them.
Yeah. But I'm going to bring this up right now, and we can kind of get a look at what his looks like and give our opinions and maybe the things we would change in this. Again, everybody, we're giving away the GG Sports Podcast t-shirt, the most comfortable t-shirt in the entire world, with even a better logo. So get the hashtag Skols in the comments, like the video, and subscribe. Go to subscribe to Dave with Minnesota Sports Talk, and then, of course, us with GG Sports Podcast. All that good stuff. Everything is in the description. Let's jump into the Will Ragetz. Boom. So we'll just go down this list here. Quarterback threes, we were just talking about it. Obviously, J.J. McCarthy will not be available, but Nick Mullins. So would you just say Jaren Hall is still probably out?
I would. Yeah.
Well,
unless he really shows out these last couple weeks.
Well, here's the deal. If you put him on the practice squad and lose him, we got two quarterbacks. So I don't know if they'll risk that. That's why
it's not impossible for someone to go swoop him up.
I think it is.
I would be.
He plays really well these last 2 weeks, then maybe. But yeah.
Yeah, I got to really I feel pretty comfortable that he makes it through waivers.
Yeah,
as well.
Because I'm pretty sure if you claim someone off waivers, you have to put him on your 53-man roster.
Hey, Gary, you made it, my guy.
What's going on, man?
Unless we work out a trade.
Right. Yeah.
Biggie. Oh yeah. Yeah, we talked about the whole J.J. McCarthy stuff already, Gary. It's messed up, bro.
Go back and watch how Jamie or Casey turned into a Titans fan, though, Gary.
Ooh, Gary, you need to go.
Look.
Gary,
go. It's there.
Gary, you got to be in here for the whole video because someone needs to check. Someone needs to check Casey. I feel like you're the guy, Gary. He's getting crazy over there. And I think Will Levis, he lost his hot girlfriend, right?
He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah. Good for him. She was extra weight. You can't be the greatest quarterback in the world with a girl like that.
Jersey girl.
Can't be the second greatest quarterback in the NFL with a girl like that on your shoulder.
Are you talking about the girl from the draft?
From the draft, yeah.
Who's now a TikTok star or something like that?
They broke up right away, right?
I think that was fake.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was fake. I believe somewhere I saw where they broke. I don't know where it came from, honestly, but I'm pretty sure like because the whole thing was she broke up with him because he didn't get drafted in the first round or whatever. So I think that was probably bullshit, but definitely bullshit. But I believe they actually broke up now or something.
I think
like
he
that.
has options.
I mean,
once he gets that mail,
my boy on the top here.
Casey's one of them.
Yeah. I would. Once he gets that mail sent to Cologne, he's not going to keep him off.
I mean, he ain't a bad looking guy.
I didn't expect second preseason game that we'd be talking about Will frickin' Levis. So let's go on. Move on.
All right. Yeah. Move on. Going down to running backs. I'm assuming, yes, Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler, CJ Ham, Keenan Nwangwu.
I think that's probably a lock.
Yep.
That looks like a lock. I'd
move CJ Ham up a little bit.
Yeah. I'd probably make him number one running back / fullback hybrid. Oh, wait. I didn't even know he was actually on. They put him in the fullbacks. Yeah. I believe he deserves to go number one on this. Gaskin, though, I would say that it sounds like he's been looking good through training camp and all those things. Obviously, we kind of know what he is, and he looked solid in preseason. But Dwayne McBride, I think he's out for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't make practice squad either.
Yeah.
Casey, bro, I'm your wingman. You wish you have not had. You have not had. Hey, what up, losers? Hey, what up, Catch? Yeah, that's Gary's the wingman for Skullfest, which actually, 1 second before moving forward here, of course, got to bring this up at least once a show. Skullfest, I probably should move this comment here. Skullfest, Corner Bar, September 14th, the day before home opener. Y'all got to be there. Live DJ, prize giveaways, live podcast, all that good stuff from the year before, but even better because it's the second year. And we're going to continue to make it better and better and better, but let's keep going here. So wide receivers, Justin Jefferson. So this is obviously before the Jordan Addison thing with if he's going to be good by the week one, it's not going to be a big deal, I guess. But Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Jalen Naylor, Brandon Powell, Trent Sherfield, and Tristan Jackson.
I'm okay with that. I like that a lot.
I like it.
This is kind of what a lot of people thought. Trent Sherfield obviously seemed like he was above everybody else during that preseason game. Got the second touchdown from JJ McCarthy. Let's just pretend Jordan Addison. Let's pretend. I shouldn't even say this. Shouldn't say this. Let's pretend. Jordan.
I'll blame you if it happens.
All right. Let's just say Addison's out for. We'll say 4 weeks or something. I was gonna go worse than that. Let's say he's just out for 6 weeks. What are we doing? Are we going out and finding another wide receiver? Or are we just boosting one of these guys in the out list?
You might keep N'Keal Harry because of flexibility at tight end.
That could be, yeah. Yeah.
So you think they would just add another player at the tight end position instead of adding another one to the wide receiver then?
Well, I think he means you'd put Harry as a wide receiver, but he would just be flexible to be able to be both.
Well, he'd probably you would just have him as an extra tight end at that point, wouldn't you?
Unless you didn't want to show you had that many tight ends. I don't know.
Yeah. just tricking the people that's looking at.
There's 6 receivers there.
Yeah.
6 receivers there. So
all right.
That's
all
what
right.
I'm saying.
I would still I think I'm on team. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I like Jalen Naylor. I'm not convinced by him yet as a wide receiver too. I'm still
blasphemy.
I know Dave ain't gonna like this, but I like Jalen Naylor as a wide receiver right now. I want to see it in the games to actually be convinced by it though. But as far as bumping him up to wide receiver 2, to me, Justin Jefferson is wide receiver 1, going down to Jalen Naylor, Brandon Powell. If you were going to call them the next wide receivers, I feel like that is definitely not good if we're going to stay competitive. So in my opinion, if Jordan Addison is out for an extended period of time, you got to go find someone else. Or at least another body to put in there.
But then you'd be bringing him in right away to be your wide receiver 2, and then have to learn the whole playbook.
Even if it's a battle for wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3. I mean, what else? I mean, unless you really want to just bank on that Jalen Naylor can be a wide receiver 2 after not being a wide receiver 3 in his career.
I'm not making any trades for receivers.
Not trades. I mean, there's
one of the guys that we have talked about before.
Corey Davis.
I can see it, but
out there.
It just seems a little late at this point. But again, injuries make you do drastic things. So
yeah.
It could be a possibility for sure. Yeah.
If you want to stay
I'm gonna
competitive,
tell Jalen Naylor's mom on you.
hey, bro,
and-
chill. What's your mom? What's his mom's name?
What's
I
his
don't know.
mom's-
Jalen Naylor's mom. If you're watching this,
I think
I was
CJ
lying.
Ham
I was
sucks.
kidding. I think he could be wide receiver 1 if Justin Jefferson wasn't on this team. Let's keep Addison will be fine. And I'm banking that he'll be fine, but I just want to see what the scenario would look like. Because we talked about this going into the season, right, Casey? We talked about what if after Jordan Addison's DUI arrest, we talked about, all right, that happens. Now look what our wide receivers look like. That's a pretty big drop off because even though Jalen Naylor maybe comes in and he's everything that we all hope for, everything Dave expected him to be, a Hall of Fame future wide receiver. Yeah.
Instead of wide receiver 3, but yeah.
But still, that's so I don't know. It'd bring a big hole to our offense, in my opinion, especially with us wanting Darnold to be able to, be the next Alex Smith, and then JJ McCarthy come back after 1 year hiatus and take over the league. Tight ends here.
I don't know if Raggets realized we switched N'Keal Harry
to tight end. Yeah, I know.
God,
I was
tight ends without TJ Hawkinson scares the living.
I like Josh. If we see more Josh Oliver in the passing game, it might not be too bad. I mean,
Robert
as far as
Tonyan out, huh?
Yeah, Robert Tonyan out.
I thought I saw a report that there's like a 0% chance Tonyan makes the roster. Not a 0, but a very low percent chance that he makes it.
Shit, we had him like second on the depth chart.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird.
All right.
And I like Muse, but none of these guys like even come close to replacing TJ Hawkinson. But
no, and I like Muse and I like Josh Oliver. I mean, it's not the Johnny Munt you can count on.
He's good in his role.
Yeah,
the best fourth, fifth, or third tight end in the league.
Yeah, exactly. And going to every catch he makes, it's going to matter. The 10 he makes all year long, they're gonna be for first down.
That's the first time you'll ever see Johnny Munt on the first
one
list.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Looking at him as our number 1 tight end, that kind of
it's even in bold.
It is in bold.
He's got it in bold. What's Will Raggett smoking?
He's like Johnny Munt's the guy.
Johnny Munt's
the guy. I know. That's actually over to Josh Oliver, which we paid.
Yeah.
What do we pay Josh Oliver? $8 million a year, $7 million a year.
Did Johnny Muntz even touch the football in that game?
I thought he had 1 catch, didn't he?
Maybe he might have.
Oliver had a catch right away.
Nick Reeves had again probably the best tight end in preseason so far. With that big third down conversion from JJ McCarthy. All
preseason, Johnny.
Here's where it gets interesting. This is an interesting position group here.
There's Brando, Garrett, obviously we all know that. Quisenberry, Rouse, Dalton Reisner, Juergens. Yes, Juergens making the final roster. I know.
Yeah, this isn't a big shock, right?
Alec Lewis on his 53, he had Juergens missing this. I think Dan Feeney making it instead, but obviously all these guys.
Bear, right? Was Dan Feeney the guy we got from the Bears?
I do not remember exactly what team. He played for the Chargers.
Which
was
the guy from the Bears?
I don't know.
Is it Rouse? Rouse. It was Rouse. Right?
Rouse, no, Rouse is the rookie. Rouse is a rookie.
Oh, sorry, he's got orange.
Is it Beard? Maybe it's Henry Beard. I don't remember. All
right.
But Michael yeah, if anyone remembers. But Michael Juergens, obviously anybody that watched the draft Minnesota Vikings draft video or whatever, it seemed like Kwesi really, and everybody else really liked Juergens. I wasn't super impressed in his first preseason game, but obviously it's just one preseason game.
Well, obviously some of these guys are practice squad because you need linemen.
Right. So I think some of them will be. I'll see. It'll be interesting to see if Juergens. I have a feeling. I'm not confident that Juergens makes the 53. We must keep Juergens, Big Raylan says. We'll see. I hope he keeps getting better. Defense here. Defensive line, Harrison Phillips, Jonathan Bullard, Jerry Tillery, Jonah Williams, Levi Drake Rodriguez. Let's go. Jaquelin Roy. Obviously.
Out.
A lot of people have Jaquelin Roy on the out. James Lynch Redmond, Manoa, Taki, even though Taki Tamani, I don't know how to say it, Tamani, he looked pretty good in that preseason game, and I know he has a little bit of hype behind him, but Jaquelin Roy came in with the thirds, which already surprised everybody.
That's what he gets for ghosting me.
Yep, exactly. And he had the second lowest PFF grade on the defense, even though he's playing.
Dude, I could have got you some pub, man.
Oh.
And I liked Roy a lot after we drafted him last year, especially seeing the year before he was projected to be a potential first-round pick. Never really panned out, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, it's basically, I feel like it's basically kind of between him and Levi Drake Rodriguez who makes that last spot there. And I don't know, man, LDR's fun. LDR's fun. I think he's kind of becoming a favorite of the coaching staff. The fans love him. So I think he's kind of a shoo-in for this roster.
Well, we kind of need, like, what we're missing. Like, we got a lot of guys that are kind of not really huge and maybe not like I guess we got a lot of guys that are kind of like an all-around type of defensive line type of players. We don't really have a guy that's kind of a pass rush specialist or a big dude in the middle that can like stop the run. So Jaquelin Roy was supposed to be more of that big guy for us, and Levi Drake is the pass rush, and you kind of just got to go with the one that you think is going to bring.
Right. This team is still missing a legitimate nose tackle, though. Like, they're kind of talking about Rodriguez being the nose tackle, and that's not necessarily like, I don't see it.
Brian Flores even use a big ass nose tackle.
What's that?
I mean, we could have gotten a guy like that. We've had 2 years to do that, but we don't bring anybody in like that. And there's been free agents that could have fit that role. We don't bring him in. Does he even like that?
That's a good question.
Like he likes the guys.
I wish he did, because there's the games against. I mean, there's a few games last year.
I agree, but I'm not Brian Flores. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he even looks that way. It's just, I don't know.
Maybe he looks for more athletes at the position almost.
Guys that can shoot the gap and get after the quarterback.
Oh, he has one right here, baby LDR.
But yet, Harrison Phillips and Bullard are like run specialists.
What's going on there, by the way?
So it's like really weird.
Yeah.
I would think I would want a nice big ass nose tackle, but
I mean, he still might. But
I think, Levi Drake Rodriguez is bigger than I thought. He looks kind of like a massive dude, kind of.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I would agree with you. He's bigger than I expected, and the fact that he is a really good pass rush. I've said this before. Even though he played for a small school, he had the second highest pass rush grade, behind not Dallas Turner. What's the top defensive interior, or the
Byron Murphy?
Byron Murphy. Yeah. He had the second highest PFF grade behind Byron Murphy in the pass rush, and he's a big dude. So obviously we like Levi Drake Rodriguez. I would not be surprised by this. It is a big disappointment that Jaquelin Roy wasn't able to take that step to make the team, though. So that's pretty. I don't know.
It sounds like that. I mean, as it says in the write up there, that Jonah Williams has been impressing too.
Rodriguez is 290. He's bigger than I thought.
Yeah,
coming out.
Yeah.
So basically, this group is interesting.
Yeah, Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel. Obviously, Andrew Van Ginkel with a nice interception for a touchdown against future Pro Bowl quarterback Sam Darnold. Dallas Turner, Pat Jones, Gabriel Murphy, and Bo Richter. Let's go.
3 rookies.
Carter going back on the practice squad wouldn't disappoint me. Bo Richter is showing out.
And I feel all these guys they do not make practice squad. I don't think any of these guys.
No, I would agree. No. I would agree. I think if they
and
get
honestly,
cut, they
these guys, even there's a
Porter.
chance none of these guys make it to the practice squad
Owen
either.
Porter, man, played well.
Yeah, Owen Porter. Obviously, Andre Carter, he had a couple plays, actually. Remember that? There was that one play where, like, who was that? And
that's actually Andre Carter. Jihad, though.
What's that?
Jihad. Names are Kid Jihad. After 9/11. I mean, who names are Kid Jihad?
The interesting thing here is Bo Richter winning the battle of Air Force versus Army, edging Andre Carter out of the final roster spot at the outside.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Air Force wins.
Yeah, Air Force
Again.
wins. Don't tell an Army guy that. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of what I'm hoping for. Obviously, I think all of us really liked what we saw in this guy. There's still 2 more
like,
preseason
this
games.
is
still a lot
welcome
of time,
surprises, right? Getting a Draco Rodriguez, getting Gabriel Murphy, getting Bo Ricker making the team. These are welcome surprises.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
this
we
is
take
taking
that.
advantage of the later rounds of the draft plus undrafted free agency, which Kwesi is shown to be pretty adept at so far, at least in the undrafted free agency part of it.
This makes me happy. This kind of shit.
Yeah,
this is what we want.
This is dartboard throws that work out for you. These are hidden gems potentially.
Yeah, and at a position that some people do everything they can to get one player at there.
I mean, and so far everybody's impressed with Grenard. You know Van Ginkel's going to be consistent, and you got Dallas Turner. Like you have 3 splash players, and then you're going to add in some potential unknowns there with these younger guys.
I would say I still need to see a lot from Pat Jones. I know people are saying, "Oh, he's looking good. He looked good last preseason." I'm not convinced he's going to step up.
Part of me thinks so. Part of me thinks they're going to keep him just for veteran presence, so that you're not having 2 vets and a bunch of rookies. So
yeah, this will be an interesting one to watch. If there's one position to keep an eye on throughout this preseason, since it's kind of been super fucking buzzkilled, I think it's this one because there's a lot of studs here, and it's going to be an absolute competitive battle to see who ends up making the roster in that area. So I'm excited for that moving forward, I think.
But I mean, and that's something but you want competition and a lot of potential options at outside linebacker, pass rusher in this 3-4 defense. So that's huge. The fact that you need to make tough decisions like that is a good sign.
Let's go. Let's go. See, hey, this season isn't over. There's still some exciting stuff to watch this preseason. I mean, Bo Richter, that dude's a fucking monster of a person. And every time he gets on the field, I knew everybody was going to really like him too. He just needs to get his neck rolls that he used to wear in college.
When I saw someone say Timu JJ Watt and they showed a picture of them right next to each other, I got a good chuckle out of that.
And then linebackers, Ivan Pace Jr., Blake Cashman, obviously, Camus Gruger Hill, and Brian Asamoah making it, which at this point, so far what we've seen from him and heard from him, I feel like he is going to make this roster. Obviously, Dallas Gant and Jordan Kunesk. Is this a guy that we just picked up? One of these guys we just picked up?
Yep.
I know, or we traded him for Cox. So we don't have to try to. I don't have to try to make a Cox joke this week, even though I'm doing it right now, and nobody knowing where I'm going with it other than Dave, like last week. But yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on that? I guess.
Very shallow.
Yeah, it's not very deep.
Very shallow.
Not deep at all. Which again,
I mean, it's only
again, sometimes you only have to play one of them.
Right, exactly. And this was one of those positions that we had kind of put on there, going into the draft as a
they're trying to tell you to do hashtag Skolfest instead of Skol.
Oh, do hashtag Skolfest? Yeah. Okay. So wait, for the giveaway? I can't see my WhatsApp because I don't have it on my computer.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Which we kind of change that now, or we could still and have people re-enter.
We'll do it. Screw it. Why not? I don't know if it will work. Let's see. All right, so.
Ooh, predict Will Reichard's field goal percentage and longest kick.
Ooh. Okay, hold on a second.
I'm going to say he's like mid 80% on field goals.
Go 87.
I think his longest is going to be 56.
I was going to go 57.
57.
I'm a bigger fan.
All right, everybody in here though, giving away the GG Sports Podcast t-shirt, most comfortable t-shirt in the world, better logo. Get the hashtag Skolfest in the comments. We're starting over. It doesn't even matter because you got to be here to win anyway. So hashtag Skolfest in the comments for your chance to win this shirt at the end of the show. Hashtag Skolfest.
I'm going to go with 87 and 53. 87%, 53.
And 53 long. Okay. I'm going to go like 85% and 56 long.
I'm going to go. I like 86%. And I'll go one more than you. I'll go 57. I mean, what was the distance that he hit in camp that everyone talked about?
58.
I'm going to go 58. He replicates
58 with room to spare is what they said.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be. People are going to say it's the same thing's going to happen, and everyone's going to be like, yeah,
he
did that in camp. Yeah, and we're gonna punt. Yeah, get those hashtags. Go Fest, Bandito, AJ. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's go. You guys are bringing them in for sure. Let's go. Hashtag Skol. I've been listening while cooking. Let's go, Bandito. That's what we're talking about. All right, let's keep rolling here.
To be 61 yards. Okay.
Let's go, Gary. That's what we're talking about.
Are you cooking with mayonnaise?
And a 62-yard walk-off. Okay. I love the positivity. I love it.
I know. I feel like I was being, damn. Now I kind of want to change mine.
All right. I'm going 92 and 63.
93 and 64. He isn't going to miss a single kick all year.
And he'll miss 7 extra points.
No, I bet you he doesn't miss a single extra point all season. That's a real one. I bet you he doesn't miss a single extra point unless it's blocked or something like that. What's going on, Norris? Unless it's blocked, whatever, like last game. But otherwise, 100% on extra points this season.
All right, I'm still just anticipating safeties here.
Safeties. Harrison Smith, Cameron Bynum, Josh Metellus, Theo Jackson, Bobby McCain with a monster hit last weekend. I love him bringing the hits. If anybody's stacking bodies, it's not the guy who is out on this list, and that's Lewis Seen.
Now, just wondering, would you rather take a chance on a young Lewis Seen or a 10-year veteran like Bobby McCain?
Probably Bobby McCain.
I'm on team. I mean, if it's just
he stacked one more body than Lewis Dean has since he's been
in one preseason game throughout.
I did.
I think Quasi just.
I guess apparently he graded really well in special teams though. Lewis Dean.
Yeah, Lewis Dean did. Yeah, but McCain also has that flexibility to play some corner as well. And I do think this is kind of the point when it's not going to work out. I think Quasi does just need to admit that he was wrong, make the cut, and just move on.
Yeah. I would say, though, if he does keep Lewis Seen, I would also get it. I mean, it would give him one more chance, which at this time we have so many safeties. I don't know. I think just, if anything, to be honest, I would probably say that we probably could be okay with just 4 safeties.
Yeah, and Theo Jackson, honestly, with all the hype he got in camp, that first preseason game left a lot to be desired out of him.
Well, and where we at with I always forget his name, the gunner,
Najee Thompson,
Phil McCracken, the great safety.
He's probably gonna be on the corner list when you get there.
Oh,
he wasn't. We already were there. He wasn't on there.
Do we do?
So I don't know if it's just because of injury. He wasn't on here at all.
We didn't do corners.
We didn't do corners.
We didn't do corners.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Wow.
Corners are always above safeties. So
yeah, safety's always their last. But
Will Raggett's just throwing his fucking curveballs.
Okay. You still though he is not on here.
Yeah, he's IR.
Oh, there he is, IR. Okay, that makes sense. Because I know they were changing him to safety this year, so that was the idea of there being another one. So I could maybe see that maybe you keep McCain or one of them on until Najee comes back. But we got Byron Murphy, Shaq Griffin. No Stephon Gilmore yet, which sucks. I think we definitely need to try to get that done. I don't know if it is. I feel like it would have been done already. Anyways, I can never say his name either. Fabian Mario. Oh, really easy. Okay. Caleb Evans, Dwight McGlothern. I love this. Moro
without the N.
Yeah.
Moro. Justin
That was what
Moro.
I was thinking.
Fabian
We had a
Moro.
guy named
Moro. Okay. I need this guy to not make the team just so I don't have to keep trying to say his name, even though it's not that hard. Dwight McGlothern, though, I like that. I want to see this kid make the team. I think he gets picked up by another team if we do not keep him. So far, I mean, everything we've seen coming out of training camp has been good. I liked his energy that he brought to the preseason game. There was really nothing he did wrong in that game. So I don't see why. And especially with knowing, like, that's actually an interesting one. Here's Jay Ward. But I don't see why you would take a chance on some of these other cornerbacks instead of a guy like McGlothern, who hasn't showed anything but good and has a lot of potential. Jay Ward, Duke Shelley, obviously. But
it's weird they have Ward at corner. I thought he was safety.
They kind of thinking that we switched him to corner.
Well, they did, but I thought it was like a hybrid type of role more than like a straight up corner or whatever. So I honestly
corner, safety, and offsides on kicks.
Is throwing me for a loop here.
He is. I honestly think I would I think Jay Ward might make the team up here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Jay Ward up here. I'm not convinced that. I mean, there's a lot of things they liked about Jay Ward. I felt like last year, and I heard a lot of good things going into the season. And changing him to cornerback, like, of course he's not going to be that great at cornerback yet. I don't know. We'll see. And he played well. He was played well on special teams as well, I think.
And I prior to Jackson dying, I felt really good about our quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, and
Blackman
going down anymore too. Yeah,
and Blackman going down. I mean,
Blackman was the one that threw a huge wrench in everything. I mean, obviously, I shouldn't say that; it's not true. But I mean, nothing too surprising. I mean, Duke Shelley, even though we brought him back, people are hyped about it. I do think it was kind of it does seem like kind of a long shot, I guess. And then Nashawn Wright, I believe Big Raylan said it. We traded Andrew Booth for Nashawn Wright. Now we're just going to cut him.
Which I'm not surprised. He hasn't been good in his career yet.
Right. And I get it. Like, you're taking a chance on a guy, again, something you don't have. He's 6'4", right? But, I mean.
That means Andrew Booth was going to get cut.
Right, exactly. So it's
that's what that means.
So you might as well move on from your mistakes. And here's the thing. Now you don't have to cut him.
What up, Mav?
Like, you don't need to say, I traded our second-round pick, or I cut our second-round pick. You can just say, oh, I traded him. And it's a little bit different.
And you traded him for a third-round pick, right? So it made him not look as bad, but
and then you cut, So
and he's tall and whatever.
Yeah, for sure. So it's all just. I think it was all just public perception, so that you don't need to cut 2 high draft picks on defense, basically.
Yeah, that's craziness.
Nothing crazy.
I liked it. I liked his a lot better than Alec Lewis's, just specifically because Alec Lewis didn't have Dwight McGlothern making it, and he didn't have Bo Richter making it. And I do hope these guys make it. It'd be crazy. I mean, how crazy would it be if 3 undrafted free agents makes the 53 roster?
Well, and you need those young guys to develop, and they all have really good potential. So
yeah.
Why not?
So you might as well. I mean, we did it last year with both Ivan Pace and Andre Carter. So
yeah, and one of them worked out. If you can keep 3 undrafted free agents and one of them work for you, that's a W. Like, that's a huge win, right?
Yeah, dude, massive win. So I don't know, and I'm really excited about these ones because I wasn't confident when we drafted. Well, I was like, whatever, he's an undrafted free agent. I get it. I know Dave kind of like McGlothern right away, and I just didn't really look into him so much. But once we kind of dived into one of our videos and we made him our this year's Ivan Pace Jr., even though Bo Richter was on our list because he was one of our favorite guys too, but kind of went back into his
Levi
Rodriguez stuff, and I was
Drake Rodriguez is better than I anticipated.
Yeah,
I was a huge fan of him as soon as we drafted.
And yeah, you were. I
knew nothing, even though I knew nothing about it. But Jamie, I want to, obviously you're just one of those guys that just forgets about specialists. So I'll bring them up quick. I'm assuming it's going to be Will Reichard, Wright, and Andrew Bagel Shop DePaula as your 3 specialists on the list.
Seth Vernon out.
Ryan Wright, Andrew DePaula. Yep.
And Ryan Wright, I mean, maybe this was really a thing to light a fire under Ryan Wright's ass.
He had some nice kicks.
Yeah. And we know it's in him. I don't know what the hell happened to him last year.
Disaster year last year.
Yeah. Maybe he got complacent somehow after one season in the NFL. I don't know. So hopefully he comes in and has a really good bounce back season. If I was going to say comeback player of the year for the Vikings, it's going to be Ryan Wright this year.
Or Sam Darnold.
I don't want the comeback player of the year being the punter.
From the Vikings. Who else? Comeback player of the year from Vikings, from just Vikings who were on the roster last year to this year. Who y'all got? Ryan Wright is up there.
Yeah.
Dude, for real, Mav. That's one thing. Caleb Evans is a good example.
I was going to say Caleb Evans.
But I don't know, man. I'm not convinced. I don't know if I see him ever becoming great in coverage. But maybe. Naylor. I think Naylor could be a good
one. Yeah, Naylor would be the choice.
For a comeback, for like a...
He got injured.
But he never... The different thing is like a comeback would be kind of considering like he's been good before. To some extent.
No, not necessarily.
Oh.
I would think coming off a down year, like coming back from a down year.
I would say like comeback.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
anyone gets the joke.
Yeah, Ray J.
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
Ray J,
Rec.
Kanye,
The
Pete
Parks and Rec joke.
and Pete
Yep.
Davidson.
Jaron Hall. Jaron Hall, comeback player of the year.
Jaron Hall, comeback.
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins.
Hell, Sam
Wins us
Darnold.
the
Harrison
game.
Smith.
Sam
Hey,
Darnold.
Kofi's right.
Sam Darnold could be comeback player of the year in the NFL.
He could be.
I think so.
If that's how it
Harrison,
works. I don't know.
Harrison Smith would be on. Like, if I was going to say comeback player, like you could say a guy that, I don't know, to me, like the meaning of comeback, meaning he.
Well,
came-
Harrison Smith wouldn't count for that.
Well,
I think
Sam
he would
Darnold
come
coming
because
back.
last year he wasn't. Last
Yeah,
year he was
no,
kind of.
he wouldn't
mid.
count.
I think.
But
How wouldn't he count?
he wouldn't count. He wouldn't count.
Why? Why?
He's getting old. It wasn't because he sucked last year. He was just aging out and playing a different role within the defense. It was totally
So what would you call it if he comes out and balls out this year?
different. Harrison Smith football? But anyway,
You want to call it a comeback?
everybody should get their bets in early for next year's
Harrison
comeback
Phillips.
player of the year in JJ McCarthy. How about that?
Kofi wasn't digging JJ McCarthy.
Don't you have
He
to
said,
play
hold-
a game
He
first?
said,
to be
he
comeback
said bring
player of the
Kirk
year?
Cousins back. I don't know if JJ McCarthy is that guy. Is that what you said, Kofi? That's how I took it.
I would think JJ McCarthy could be comeback player of the year next year. Didn't even give it.
Don't you
Didn't
have to
even get
play
his
an
shot.
NFL game first?
Exactly. Didn't even get his shot, but he comes back and leads the Vikings to the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you have to actually, to be a comeback player, I think you have to have a good year. But can he come back from an injury and be good? Yes. I know when I was on Bleacher Report, I said JJ McCarthy is good. If anyone's going to make a comeback, it's him. And then a bunch of people were taking it as like me saying he's going to be a comeback player. Then everybody put in there that he'd have to play for a year. But then, I mean, I was just saying he can come back from an injury. Not everybody said that, but some people said it. But he definitely could come back to an injury and then be good. But I wouldn't really call him a comeback player because I think, first off, I do think to be a comeback player, you have to have been somewhat good coming off of a down year, not like you've just been trash. That's like a breakout player.
Well, it's
That's
not
what
coming
breakout
off, it's not coming
players
off a
is.
down year. It's coming back. to
Jalen
injury.
Naylor-
It's literally anything.
Jalen Naylor, breakout player.
It is.
Jalen
comeback
Naylor,
player of the year
breakout player.
is
I
injury,
say
too.
your reasoning, Jamie. I say your reasoning.
No, it's facts. Everybody in here, it's facts. I don't care what
Sam
anybody
Darnold,
says.
Though Sam Darnold, comeback player. I mean,
I would
this
say-
guy was fucking a bust.
Yeah, he's only been a bust. So if he won, could he win comeback player of the year? Has anyone won
Darnold?
comeback
Well,
player
he
of the
was
year
a
after
second round
just being
pick and a starter
trash?
in the NFL. He
Trying to
went
think who's the last
frickin-
comeback-
He
yeah,
became
let me
a backup, right? And now you're back being a starter again, and you're good. So I think if you're a starting quarterback in this league, then become a backup, and then you come back and be a starter again, you can
That's
be
comeback.
comeback player of the year.
Let's see here. I want to see who usually wins the comeback player of the
Sam
year.
Darnold. He'd
And
be
Joe
up for NFL comeback
Flacco.
player of the year.
NFL comeback player of the year awards.
Baker Mayfield got votes.
Yeah,
coming
because
back
he
from a down
was
couple
rookie of the he was a rookie of the year.
So
He had a good rookie year.
He was a starter in the NFL.
No, he
he was a starter in the NFL and got.
No,
comeback
he was
player of the year.
actually good. He was good. His rookie year, he won rookie of the year and had he did really well his rookie year.
Brock Purdy I guess Brock Purdy got hurt, but still, I don't know. I don't think it
You're
necessarily
one of
matters.
the
I think
32
he could
starting
What do you
still-
guys
quarterbacks
think in the
league,
chat?
And then you lose your job and you come back and become good. It's a comeback player of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give it to I'll give it to you if you were like a starter. If you started and you sucked, all right, I'll give you that. But
That's
Jalen Naylor,
Sam Darnold.
he hasn't had a real
Jalen Naylor,
possibility.
he's never been a starter.
He's a breakout player. To me, if he does well, he's breakout player candidate. Even though I don't know if they do that.
Well, you
Not
can be, but you
comeback
can
caliber.
injuries though. He was hurt. You can be comeback player of the year.
Yeah, but he
after
never
injury.
even got a role in
He
an
can be-
offense before.
It could be one of those things where you're out of the league and you come back too.
Because last year's comeback player of the year was Tua. The year before Geno. Year before Joe Burrow. Year before Alex Smith. Wait.
Wait. So
Am I
Geno,
looking at the right
kind of
look?
Geno.
your point then.
See,
'cause
Geno
was
would
a guy
make sense.
who was drafted high.
Yeah, Geno. All right, I'll give you the Sam Darnold. I'll give you Sam Darnold. All right, I'll give you Sam Darnold.
Give me Sam
Geno was
Darnold.
exactly what I was thinking of.
So Sam Darnold's in the list. Ryan Wright's in the list. I
Justin
think Harrison
Jefferson.
Smith is the
Justin
definition.
Jefferson. He
of
only had
it.
1,000 yards last year.
Yeah.
Comeback
Justin
player of the
Jefferson's
year.
definitely in here. He's going for 2,000.
Calling Harrison
At
Smith
least.
a potential comeback player of the year candidate is just disrespectful.
I want to bet Skullfest who wins that live debate from our GG boys. I want to bet at Skullfest who wins on a live debate. I'm taking that home if I have the balls to even go. In case if I have the balls, but I'll win the live debate. It's easy to win debates when you don't accept losing. You know what I'm saying? Darnold season. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Just like him for Halloween.
Me too. I mean, hey, it is what it is. It's Darnold season. I think everybody in here, this isn't like the Kirk Cousins thing. We haven't seen him play as a Viking yet. We haven't seen him play as his talent.
Yeah,
I think it's fair for him to give him the best
before you start
opportunity.
hating him. Like,
Yeah,
at least
give
watch
him a
him play
chance.
once.
Yeah, give him a chance. It's fair to give him a chance. Everybody should give him a chance, and hopefully he does well. If he doesn't, well, then he
And
deserves
6 years from
the
now,
Kirk Cousins.
when 6 years from now, when he's still our starter.
Yeah. Oh God, man! Don't even say it. That's crazy. No, JJ McCarthy's coming in, taking the job easily, going into next offseason. Or yeah, going into next offseason, coming out swinging, never getting a single injury for the rest of his career. It's gonna be awesome.
Favre's record.
I can't wait for the 2025 season, boys. Just got to make it past this one.
Gotta make it past this one.
Oh, he's
God,
only 20. What is he 22 yet?
What a fucking buzzkill. Who, JJ?
Yeah.
He doesn't turn 22 until like January or February, I think.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's 22 years old.
He's young. It'll be good. I'll give you a Vikings trivia game. How about I give you a Vikings trivia? I'll do it.
Yeah, it depends on how far you go back and how deep.
It's got to be 2000. It's got to be 2008 or newer for me. 2008 and newer.
It's got to be in the HD era for these two guys.
Yeah. Yeah, HD YouTube era.
Pretty
much YouTube. Like the beginning of when YouTube got
If you
popular,
saw this
that's
on a
what
TV with knobs, yeah.
If
It can't be that.
if it doesn't involve if it doesn't involve like the big names we've all heard of from the past or anybody probably from Tavares Jackson on his quarterbacks, I'm not going to be that knowledgeable.
If it was on a TV with a knob with 13 channels, then they're not going to get it.
No.
Okay.
If there's no
Honestly,
such thing
there's
as
a lot
the
of
internet,
players that
I will
people
not.
talk about. I
definitely
have
will
no
not get
idea
it.
who they were because they were from the freaking 70s.
You know, we
Or
did.
I didn't know some of these guys.
Which Vikings drafted running back ended up starring in the show Blue Mountain State. I can tell you that one. Tell you that was Ed Marinario, but that's all.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
yeah. I didn't know he was running back.
Pretty sure.
How about JT O'Sullivan? I didn't know he played for the Vikings.
Who?
He's the guy that runs the quarterback
Quarterback
school.
room or whatever.
Yeah, the quarterback school.
QB school.
Yeah, which is awesome, by the way, which I was really
Love him.
disappointed because I was really into because he made the JJ McCarthy one or whatever, and it was great. And I was like, dude, if he does this every week with JJ McCarthy, I'm going to learn so much more about being like quarterbacks and how they look at shit, which is important, especially if you have a football podcast.
One
And
thing
now
I
I'm
don't
not
like
as
about
interested.
him. One thing I don't like about him is his fucking clicker. He just keeps rewinding the same damn play over and over again. It drives
Hey,
me
he's
nuts.
making sure you get it.
So I told
needed
Kyle
it.
Sloter this when he was on my show. I said, I liked about you is that you let the freaking play go. I could see the damn play instead of back and forth the whole time. So I hope Kyle Sloter goes back to doing that.
Dang, Catch is coming in here. Yeah, Gary, you can't give GG a question that like that. Tony or I would be okay. All right, Catch. I'm gonna go through the Vikings history books. I'm gonna prepare for this. I'll know every single thing about Vikings history. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be, especially Tony. Tony seems like he just has watched every single game and he's been able to remember exactly what happens in every single game. I ain't messing with that. I'm going to lose on that. Fucking fact. Right? Fucking fact. That's crazy. Come on, you got to still root for your boys, Gary. Come on. I might get in there. If you do a multiple choice, we might be able to get it. More than a couple of, yeah. I mean, obviously we know JJ McCarthy got absolutely smacked on that on one of those out routes to Tristan Jackson to the left.
Yeah.
He got absolutely smacked there. Could have been there. Maybe it was one of the times when he was trying to run, but it didn't look like it was obvious.
It could have been the time he got hit and kind of had to do a spin to get out of the pocket, and that's when he ran for that first down. Could have been there.
I mean, he didn't look like it mattered to him. I don't know.
Right.
There's that one big hit, I guess, but I don't really know why that would hurt his knee.
But I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because it happened and it sucks.
Don't underestimate Gary. Gary, I'm going to you know what, Gary? I feel like you got to go up there and we ask you the questions. I feel like that's what we got to do. I'll make it fair. I promise. I mean, I'll answer some questions. Just we better talk about this because I don't want to go up there and not know any of these questions about the Vikings. That'd be crazy. Anyways, everybody, we're about to give away the GG Sports Podcast shirt. Like I said, most comfortable shirt in the world, even a better logo. Hashtag Skol in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to Minnesota Sports Talk with Dave, and of course, subscribe to us, GG Sports Podcast. All that good stuff. We'll be running this in a little bit here. I guess I'll bring up, I don't know, some people are really into the duck races. Some people aren't as much. So I'm just going to do this.
If they're not losers.
I'm just going to do this. So y'all, cool. Oops, I said deck. I'm going to redo that.
Deck race.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
That's very true.
There we go. Boom. No, my game's for shots. All right, I'm in. So do you get a shot if you get the question right or wrong? I like this. Tony, Gary, Dave in Davy Chains in a trivia battle. Okay. Quack. Let's go. Hey, we got some yeses in here. We got some yeses. Keep the votes going. Oh yeah. 10 votes, 11 votes. Oh, we're doing a duck race. Duck. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, get this. Oh, yeah, by the way, my bad. Hashtag Skolfest. Hashtag Skolfest, not Skol. Get hashtag Skolfest in the comments. I'm not going to put the hashtag, but hashtag Skolfest for your chance to win this amazing t-shirt that has unlimited value potential, especially in the future. Also, I don't know what our plan is. We were going to do a show on Saturday. I don't know if we are. I think we are. We might be doing a big Skol Fest show on Saturday. And if that's the case, I do got this Harrison Smith rookie auto I want to give away soon. So maybe it'll be on that show. Maybe it'll be after that show. I don't know what we're doing with this yet, but coming soon with that. It'll be cool. Grey Duck. I was a Duck Goose guy.
Up in Esco, we played Goose.
Yeah, I don't know why. The rest of Minnesota is Duck Grey Duck, but like the north, like Duluth area and stuff is Duck Goose. I don't know what's with that.
Yeah, I don't get the whole Grey Duck thing.
What would you guys think of bringing Trey Lance here? I'm out. Trey Lance does not look good.
No, I was like
last year
into the idea, but.
This year, no.
It's just, yeah.
Just honestly, this year, I'm just unless Darnold gets hurt, I'm fan. Just let Darnold go all year long. I don't care at this point. Just play him. You signed him here for $10 million for one season. Just let him play it out.
Yeah,
I have complete faith in Sam Darnold.
Facts. I'm not trivia and catch.
I'm 100% Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up this season as the greatest quarterback in Vikings history
ever
in the NFL.
Might pass up Tommy Kramer.
Yeah, I can see it.
But then it's the interesting question. Like I saw someone pose it. Like if he does play well next year, I mean McCarthy should be fine by then. But if he's like, if they're still questioning it, do you bring Darnold back for another year? You never know.
Wouldn't that be fun?
And then trade him in the preseason if McCarthy's ready to rock.
I'd be cool with that. If he's, how good though? I mean, obviously, what did Baker just get paid?
A lot. But that's the thing. Like, like if he was good enough to where he wasn't getting, but if he even has if he even has a
If the
decent,
dude
good
plays
season,
well,
make a
he's
lot of
gonna-
money somewhere else.
Yeah, the dude plays well. It's gonna be well 20 million something
Yeah,
at least.
I wouldn't do it.
Minimum.
If he plays really well, like if he
Only
plays
26.
well, he's got the talent on that offense. If he plays well, you're talking like he should be pretty damn good then.
Probably
Unless
gets-
it's just obvious it's because of the people around him or the players around him or whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, you can't ask you can't ask for a better situation.
Hey, if Sam
for a
Darnold
quarterback.
gets a free agent contract of in the $30 million, something good happened this year.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Played well enough to still get what Mason Grant Mason Grant's probably going to go like top 10, but play well enough to get you a decent draft pick and still keep you in contention. You got your quarterback, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. The positive, well, not really
We
positive,
have a first
but
round pick next year. It's huge.
yeah, that is huge.
All we have to do is just sign undrafted free agents, and we'll be good.
Yeah, right. Quasi can't.
know, that's
His
all we
draft
gotta
picks
do.
haven't hit, but his undrafted free agents. Though.
Dude, it's fire.
He's
It's
like-
fire, bro. No one wants to give him credit for it, but I do. I think, you gotta it's not just by chance that all
Well,
the best undrafted free agents end up coming to the Vikings, you know?
Right. You have to sell him on what you have, and he's done
Yep.
that enough. Like
And he's on
Yeah,
the phone
by-
immediately.
by
As
selling
soon as
him,
that
giving him,
ends,
like-
click, click, click.
Or
And
or
arm
give
up.
him a signing bonus.
Oh
either
yeah,
or.
yeah.
Sell him or give him a big
Yeah,
ass
because I
signing bonus.
think Ivan Pace said he was close to signing with a different. Was it Tennessee or one other? Sorry, Tennessee's on my mind. He was close to signing with a different team, and then obviously we offered him a bigger signing bonus, so he stayed here.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously the competition wasn't as big here either at that position.
All right, let's get going here. We got 15 entries. All the hashtag Skullfests are in. You can add more. We have to pick 5 names. Out of the 5 names, they're added to the duck race. Whoever comes in first in the duck race wins the greatest t-shirt of all time. So congratulations to whoever wins that. But let's get rolling here. 3, 2, 1 for the first pick. And that is, and you got to be to win. Obviously, y'all know that. Boom. Justin, are you still in here? I think he might have made our last one, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, with the last second ones. Justin, are you still in here?
He was just
We'll
here
keep
about 5
going.
minutes ago, so we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
just
keep
keep
going.
running.
But
Yeah,
just
we'll
let
keep
us know.
going, and if they don't answer by the 5th one,
Justin's
then,
here. Yep.
oh, he's there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we'll do
All right,
that. We'll
let's
just keep
it
rolling, and as they respond, we'll toss them in.
What we got here? What we got? Boom. Boom. Darren, are you in here? I
mean,
didn't
he
see you in a
commented
Banger.
a minute ago, so yeah.
Okay, so you're probably in here. I'm gonna keep going. Let us know. I know you were in this one last. I'm pretty sure Darren was in the last one too. Keep it going. What we got?
Yep, Darren's there.
Boom, 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 boom. Barber, dude, Barber makes it every time. I know. I'm putting Barber in there. I know he's in here. For sure.
Dude's a winner.
Hey, thanks for stopping in, Dylan. Appreciate it. See you next time.
Deuce it. Dylan Dotson. Got to take, hopefully. See you later, Dylan. Who we got? Gary.
Gary.
Let's
A lot of
go.
the usual suspects that are.
Yep.
I feel like the more you join us, the better chance you have of being put into the drawing. It's
It
not
would make
actually
sense.
true,
I didn't do
but-
that. Maybe it's something
Yeah.
in the algorithm I didn't do, but just to let y'all know, it's probably good to keep coming back, especially when we keep upping the ante on the giveaways. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going here, though. All right, 3, 2, 1. What we got? Last one. And it is boom. AJ, are you still in here?
Better be.
I think so.
Wasn't too long. Gary, I already know you're here. Barbara and Gary, they're here. They're always here. My guys.
There's AJ. All right,
Hey, locked in. I think AJ, were you in this one, the last one too? All right, let's switch this over here. Stop screen. Duck race. share. Oh, know what? I forgot to put it full screen. I think it makes me redo it. Let's do this. There we go. We're good. We're good. All right. Yeah, I always lose at the end. We'll see what happens this time. We have seen someone lead the entire way and win. Just to let everybody know.
Was that supposed to be Joe Biden duck there? That's what it kind of looked like.
Was it? What do we feel about this one? A lot of different colors, not a single normal duck. Lame duck.
One more shuffle. Ooh, yep, there we go. I like it.
This is pretty good.
Barber's
You
COVID.
even got purple duck.
Barber's
All right.
duck.
Let's get going. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
And they're off.
I'm kind of rooting for the Wanger because of the purple.
Barber's in the lead. AJ's in second. No, third. Gary's second. Darren is fourth. And Justin in last right now. 30 seconds to go here.
Now.
Barber's holding up. Barber's taking it so far.
Justin's going to
Why
win.
can't they be wrong? That'd be cool if we could change these, Bendy. AJ's falling back a little bit. Barber's leading. Oh, this is where everybody's catching up here. 17 seconds. 16. Justin. He's coming.
I called
He's
it. Whoever's in last.
Come on, Wang. Come on, Wang.
Barber's holding it.
Oh, there it is. There's the Wanger.
Oh, he is.
There's the Wanger. There's the Wanger. I called it.
Let's go.
Wang. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Darren. Hey, Darren, I don't think you've won anything before, have you?
I got a brother named Darren.
Yo, you can hit. I know you have us on Twitter, right? You can hit our DMs on Twitter, or you can email us here as well, whichever. Justin, I know, Justin, you're right there, bro. I thought you had it. Let's go, Wang. No, I haven't. Perfect. Yeah, hit us up on Twitter or hit us on that email, and we'll get that out to you right away.
For sure.
I'm still
Purple for the win.
One bar and Lepicus hat.
What's that?
They have hats. We just bought some hats, by the way. Everybody in here, we did buy some hats. We got like a month away before we get them, probably, but we are getting some hats. Sounds good, Darren. Yeah, just send us a good address to send this shirt.
For sure. Well, anything else? We covered a lot. We covered a lot of topics this night. Tonight, I think we all got some of that therapeutic. Just talking about the JJ McCarthy injury, got that out of the way. Hopefully now we can move past the coping phase, get past the first couple stages of grief, and get on to acceptance and realize that there's still a season to be played here. They saw something in Sam Darnold. They played him enough. They paid him a lot of money to be here. So got to try to keep the good vibes up. We're all going to have a long season of talking about this football team without getting to talk about drafting a new quarterback in the future. We got to talk about what we have. So it's going to be a long season, but I think there might be some good times ahead we can all be happy about. But anything else before we sign off here tonight?
No more injuries. No more injuries.
Yeah.
Even though that's asking for a lot, I guess. But
right, for sure.
Yeah, that's it.
But they do have one more day of joint practices against Browns today. Now go well. Hopefully tomorrow.
And let's go and whoop some fucking Brown ass tomorrow and preseason, because by the sounds of all the reports, some Cleveland Browns ass.
Amy, that is getting clipped so bad.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's not going to be good for us.
What you say about Brown Eye?
Whoop their ass. They were talking some mad shit during this entire practice.
Yeah, they were giving I can't get over it, man.
That sounds that sounds shitty.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, I think that's the show. Yo, fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I thought KOC was about to
Oh yeah,
Throw a fade at the boy Jim Schwartz today.
it'd have been funny how Kevin O'Connell goes out saying no one can fight. Now watch Kevin O'Connell be the guy that starts a fight. That would have been
dude.
that would have been hilarious.
No, we stepping up tomorrow. We're whooping some Browns ass. That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
You're doubling down on it. All right. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Obviously, there will be more content throughout the week here. Jamie and I will be on Bleacher Report directly after the game on Saturday, so make sure to join us there. But yeah, just keep an eye on all the channels for content coming out this week, and we'll see you guys next time right here on the Skol Experience, which will be 2 weeks from now on Dave's channel.
Skol Vikes.